Wow, Paint Roller is a boss in this game. Knowing him, this should be a piece of cake.
Obviously, you're only saying that since Paint Roller appeared in Nightmare in Dreamland, which is the first Kirby game you've played. I don't have a problem with that, especially since Paint Roller is sort of easy. Okay, he is on medium difficulty, but that's not the point. Point is, how many Kirby fans, even though who grew up with Kirby's Adventure and his remake, will see Paint Roller as a boss outside of those games and say that, especially for the ones who haven't played Canvas Curse. Okay, maybe a few, but chances are most Kirby fans will probably say, "Oh look, Wispy Woods is a boss in this game. Knowing him, this should be a piece of cake." And about that piece of cake line, well, I'll get to that soon.
While in Kirby Canvas Curse, this boss is a moldy piece of cake that's been left sitting on the table for a whole year.
Yeah, that's the point about the piece of cake line I want to bring up. Piece of cake means easy. In other words, since you face Paint Roller when you start playing Nightmare in Dreamland, you assume that him and Canvas Curse will be easy too. What I'm getting at is, think of a sentence that means hard. A moldy piece of cake is not a good one. In fact, I don't think it's an actual sentence. And if it is, I doubt it will mean opposite of easy. So, if you want to think of a better reference, try and think of two sentences that mean the opposite by the same subject. If you can't find one, don't put it in, and maybe just say something plain. That worked too.
Maybe not so much on the first and second levels, but definitely on the third. This isn't your everyday ordinary boss fight.
First off, of course it's not an ordinary everyday boss fight. It's a minigame. You're correct, but that line wasn't necessary. Secondly, why is Paint Roller number 3 when it should be number 2? I know some kind of artists like you make mistakes sometimes, but you know what, I'll just say it until the end. And finally, why are you putting only a harder version of a boss on this list, let alone a minigame boss? If you're going to put the entire Paint Roller battle from Canvas Curse on the list, then fine, I won't mind. But putting a higher difficulty of the boss, if you find it hard, that's not an excuse, even if you want to rant about it so badly. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, you should either place the entire Paint Roller battle on the number 2 spot, or leave it off the list completely. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna skip to the number 1 entry, since on the Celosia entry, I don't have anything to say. The rest of the entry is just him complaining about the questions themselves, the views of being a watered down remix of Gourmet Race, and how he's still not able to beat him. So there is one point again I want to address.
Hey, you get your ass back here.
Worst part of it, however, is that I still can't beat him. He's so far made it into my hardest bosses list, and when that's the boss that doesn't even feel the slightest bit inspiring, that makes me despise it with a burning passion.
Okay, what do you mean by uninspiring? I know what you're trying to say. The one boss you cannot beat is probably the most uninspiring boss you've ever faced. But what are you trying to say when you call it Paint Roller 3 an uninspiring boss? Because the only thing you call uninspiring about the battle was the music.
Warning. The following entry contains massive spoilers from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, I had to put that there, just in case no one hasn't been in the game yet, and don't want to get spoiled. I may not have played Xenoblade 2 either, but I've seen gameplay footage of the final chapter and, well, I'm gonna use some of my knowledge from the footage to refute some of Meta's arguments. So I might spoil the game for some.
I'm not sure why, but for some reason I don't really mind segments where you lose all your abilities as much as many people in the community do.
First off, it's your opinion. No need to say that you're not sure why you don't mind. And secondly, wasn't Peanut 3423 the one who brought up the fact that ability loss is a terrible trend? I mean, I don't blame him, but I personally never encountered it myself, and now forget it. I'm skipping the part where he had a valid reason for not hating ability loss and saying that ability loss in Xenoblade 2 is an inexcusable exception.
I'm not done yelling at you.
So you set foot into Elysium in the final chapter, you make your way towards this temple. But then suddenly, literally straight out of nowhere, they take away all of your party members and most of your best blades.
Like I said before, I did see footage of the final chapter of Xenoblade 2, and you're right about Rex's party members and his best blades literally disappearing. However, you should have played the footage of that scene because it happened when Rex and company were at some area with escalators, not in some area with absence of light. I know, spoilers are a thing, but you've already put spoilers at the beginning of the entry. What's preventing you from joining this scene where Rex's party literally vanishes?
And you can't get them back until you beat 3 bosses.
I want you guys to remember this sentence because I'm going to bring it back up.
The fight with Neo was pretty bad.
Elaborate!
Sorry guys, but I had to play that. I'm not demanding that Meta elaborate on why he thinks that the fight against Nia is bad or anything, but I think that scene would fit here.
But then we have Morag, who is even worse, since she will bombard you with attacks without giving it a rest.
First off, how is this the only entry that had fade in text? Do you know entries that had those were the introduction and a bit of in the Rayman entry? Trust me, like the paint roller being listed at number 3 rather than 2, I'll get to that at the end. Secondly, remember how you said you had to fight 3 bosses to get your friends back? Well, the boss you're talking about is the second. If you hate it, I will mind you. But will you care mentioning what the third boss is? I did see the footage, and the first fight is Rex against the tag team of Zor and Zeke. But come on! Wouldn't hurt to mention them in this segment? Also, just keep in mind, we're not gonna have Bridget giving her strength.
Meanwhile, I had very little strategy to get around this, since I had the best plays in the game, Pyra and Mithra, taken away from me, leaving me with the Pootisbird's cousin and no way of healing.
Okay, first off, I wouldn't got the joke you made about Rock as if I heard where it came from, but I did not. So, can you elaborate where about that joke? And second, why not going to complain about not being able to heal, since like before I haven't played the game. I will complain about is the fading description. The second that you're in phase-in, it disappears and you skip to the next scene. Wouldn't it hurt for you to have time to fix that up? Because even when paused, I still can't see the beginning of the text.
Worst part of it all is that since you have your party members taken away from you, and how helpless you are against the enemies that are around your level and give decent experience, it will take hours to grind a single level. As if grinding in Xenoblade 2 didn't take long enough.
She-Sound7050 said this in his own commentary on Game 2, and I'm gonna say it here. Okay, I surely have no idea what you're trying to say right there.
Hey Chaos, come on out. I have a surprise for you. Chaos. Chaos.
Mother Brain may not have any redeeming factors, but this one has a lot more problems than that fight.
Maybe it's just me, but the Mother Brain segment has more problems than the Morak segment, due to how long you ran into them. I know you're talking about both Mother Brain in the original Metroid and Zero Mission in one segment, but still, maybe you just said that the fight with Morak has worse problems than the fight with Mother Brain.
Pin Roller may have been cheaper, but at least the worst fight with him was optional.
Exactly! Further proving my point, why level 3 Paint Roller shouldn't be on this list at all.
But this boss fight is what I think is the worst video game boss fight ever.
Now, because you stated your opinion as a fact, but also acknowledge that it's your opinion, I'm not going to call you out for that one. What I will call you out, though, is how lame this entry ended, let alone this entire list. I mean, your final statement about how you think that Morak is, in your opinion, the worst boss fight video game is kinda generic and pretty lame if you ask me. And the rest of the video is just him announcing his next countdown, which is his top 5 most wanted characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, everyone knows, man, is that he puts teasers for his next countdown at the end of every countdown he makes. And now, for my final thoughts. And this time, I'll leave my commentary on his World to Know Pokemon list. I'm going to express my final thoughts in a more mature manner. I gotta be honest, Meta, this list was not that impressive. I mean, it's not the worst thing you've made, but it's certainly not the best either. I'll admit, you did have some pretty decent choices, but some of the bosses you ranted about on this list is bosses that you've already ranted about in the past. Young Thanor, Celosia, Mother Brain, even the Yellow Devil, you already ranted about him in your annoying bosses list. Also, you said May you would finish this countdown. I mean, do I even need to bring up that one stupid statement about everyone hating Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Another problem I want to point out is your editing. At the first 4/5 of this list, it was passable. Well, except for that comparison of Mega Man bringing back the Yellow Devil with Cell bringing back the Water Temple, but other than that, it was passable. The final 5th of the list, however, it felt like you got the final part of this list rushed, like mistaking Paint Roller for number 3 when it's supposed to be number 2, and leaving the fading text in the Morak entry. Honestly, I don't know why this count exceeded 10,000 views. If anyone wants to watch shit, go ahead. But to me, it's just some ratings trap and you're not missing much. Just saying. And that concludes my second commentary on Meta527ii. Speaking of meta, I just found that he was planning to do a commentary on this commentary, so this should be interesting. If anyone else thinks my points are invalid, point out in the comments. Or, if you don't give a crap about the laws of the commentary community, do a commentary on me even if Meta already did one. I would love to see that. Anyways, this won't be the last commentary I do on Meta though, because next commentary is a video by him that I wanted to do for quite a while. Until then, this is Meta527ii, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.